And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. This is Roll School. My name's Ashley. I'm one of the co-hosts here. My other co-host is Nathaniel. He's currently at the gym. If you're seeing this, you've seen white, hopefully white and blue. If you haven't, go back and watch this. Anyways, what you probably noticed, I'm in the same clothes. That's because we record these all on like 1 or 2 days. So, he's at the gym. He's back from soccer practice. As y'all, if you saw the other ones, you know he was at soccer practice. Now he's back. He's at the gym. I'm recording this one for us tonight. And we're going to get into the black cards of the Avatar set. This is a limited set review. And we hope you guys enjoy. Before we get into this, we just want to say thank you everyone who has subscribed to the channel. We are so grateful for every single one of you. We hope that you know that literally every subscription makes our day. Nothing could be better than that. And we're just truly so grateful for all the support that we've received on this channel, and the support that we continue to receive on this channel. So if you feel called to, please feel like, comment, subscribe, share. All of it's greatly appreciated. And that's that. Let's get into the video. All right, Azula always lies. 1 in a black. Instant lesson. We've seen a lot of lessons. We're going to continue seeing a lot of lessons. This is a big theme in this deck. And not deck. Ooh. Set. You're going to choose one or both. Ooh, the choose one or both. I like it. So you can put a +1/+1 target on counter on target creature, or you can put a target creature with -1/-1 on a turn. So you can buff something of yours and debuff something of someone else's, which honestly is not a bad option. I'm pretty all in on that. You know what I mean? So, huge fan. All right, I'm going to give that about, it's good. I'm going to give it like a 3. All right, Azula on the Hunt. This kind of looks like Toothless. I ain't going to lie. Anyways, Azula on the Hunt. 3 in a black. Legendary creature, firebending 2. Whenever this creature attacks, add 2 red mana. It lasts until the end of combat. When she attacks, you lose 1 life and create a clue token. Oh, interesting. It's a 4/3 for 4 mana. Honestly, that's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 4. Let's see. Beetle-headed Merchants, 4 and 1 black. Creature human citizen. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sack another creature or artifact. If you do, draw a card. Put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Okay, that's not bad. So when it attacks, you sack something or an artifact. And if you do, you draw a card and put a +1/+1. And it's already a 5/4. Honestly, this is the black is looking pretty decent, you guys. But it's a common, so I'm probably going to give it like a max of 3, which is actually pretty good for a common. So, if you know, you know. Alright, Boiling Rock Rioter. Ooh. 2 and a black. Firebending 1. Tap untapped ally you control. Exile target card from a graveyard. Ooh, okay. So if you tap an untapped ally, you exile target card. And whenever this creature attacks, you may cast an ally spell from 1 card you own exiled with this creature. Ooh. That feels like a lot. I'm going to give it like a solid 5. This feels like it's pretty good. I don't understand everything it can do, but it sounds like it's pretty good. Yeah, my brain don't always know exactly what's happening with cards, so sometimes you just got to give it a number and move on. All right, Buzzard Wasp Colony. Sorry, y'all got a little something in my throat. Stay hydrated. 3 and a black. Flying. When it enters, you sack an artifact or creature. If you do, draw a card. Okay, Nathaniel informed us in the last video. Black and blue is a lot of sacrifice and clue and second card dealio. So this is starting to make some sense. Alright, sack an artifact or creature, draw a card. Whenever another creature you control dies, if it had counters, so you can move counters around. And if you sack something, you draw cards. Okay, so you really want to put counters on something, sack it, move its counters around, draw that card. It's a 2/2 for 4. Oh, that's only when it enters, though. Okay, interesting. So, I'm actually going to give this like a 3. I don't think this is great. Whoa, I went way too far. Callous Inspector. This is a menace, 1 black. When it dies, it deals 1 damage to you and create a clue. Ooh, it deals damage to me, but I get a clue token. Okay, so it's a 1/1 for 1 menace. Deals damage to me and create a clue token. That's not bad. I'm going to give it like a 3. Alright, Canyon Crawler. 4 and 2 black. Death Touch. When it enters, create a food and has Swamp Cycling. It's 6/6. Honestly, this is actually already pretty worth it because it's 6 mana, 6/6. We're going to take it. It's also got Death Touch, so it's just going to kill anything that anyone tries to put in front of it. And you get a food token when it enters. So honestly, that's not terrible. And if you pull it in the early game, you can go ahead and Swamp Cycle that, babe. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this like a 4. This isn't bad, honestly. Cat Gator. 6 and a black. Fish Crocodile, lifelink. When it enters, it deals damage equal to the number of swamps you control to any target. I like that effect. I do like that when it enters. Remember, that's only when it enters. And it's a 3/2 for 7 mana. And there's no way to make it cheaper on this creature. So, I don't know how I feel about this one. I don't think this one's that great. I'm going to give it like a 2.5. I just think that you're paying 7 mana. I guess that it does deal damage equal to the number of swamps you control. And if you're paying 7 mana, you've got at least a couple swamps out. But I just don't know if it's worth it for a 3/2. I don't know. Alright. Corrupt Court Official. I said officer. What the hell is this? Oh, cool. There are other prints of it. Neat. Alright. Not the Wheel of Punishment. I'm dead. Just like someone else's. Okay. 1 and a black. When it enters, target opponent discards a card. That's not bad. It's kind of like a Burglar Rat. But did Burglar Rat... We're going to reference, yet again, Scryfall. Burglar... Oh. I don't know how to spell burglar. Rat. No. Sorry guys, I apparently don't know how to spell, so we gotta go back a little bit and figure this out together. Burglar Rat. Okay, I clearly don't know how to spell. This is the card I was looking for. When it enters, each opponent discards the card. Yeah, it's just literally just Burglar Rat, but on a different name. Alright, cool. I'm gonna give that like Burglar Rat's pretty good. I won't lie. I'm gonna give it like a 3, 2, 2.5. Daily Indoctrination. Alright, so this is a lesson. 1 a black. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land permanent card from it, and that player discards that card. We can earthbend too, which means you turn a land into a creature with 2+1/+1s on it, and then if it dies or is exiled, it returns to the battlefield tapped. Interesting. I honestly don't think this is terrible because you can reveal their hand and choose something to discard from it, or earthbend too. Like, if you need a creature, you need a creature. If you want to get rid of something in their hand, you can get rid of something in their hand. That's not bad. I'm going to give it like a 2. Day of Black Sun. X and 2 black. Sorcery. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities on turn. And then destroy those creatures. Okay. Each creature with mana value X or less loses all abilities until end of turn. Destroy those creatures. Okay. Alright, well, that's pretty good. So that's getting like an 8. I ain't gonna lie. Because that's not bad at all. Literally, not at all. Alright, Deadly Precision. 1 black sorcery. As an additional cost to cast a spell, pay 4 or sack an artifact or creature. Destroy target creature. Oh, this is like another, shit, what is it called? Foundations. It's like right there. It is right there. And I'm so on top of my names, and I can't think of it now. But anyways, this isn't bad. I'm going to give it like a 2. Epic Downfall. 1 in a black sorcery. Exile target creature with mana value 3 or greater. That's not bad. I won't lie. That is not terrible. It's not great. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 4 because sometimes you just need some good, but it's sorcery. 3.5. Because you need some good, like, get rid of, removal, that's the word. Alright, Fatal Fissure. 1 and a black. Instant 2-star creature. I'm sorry, I keep distracted. Oh my god. When that creature dies this turn, you earthbend 4. Oh. So, like, if you knew something was gonna die, you could just Smack. Earthbend 4. That's not bad. That is not bad. That is not bad at all. I'm going to give that like a 4. Fire Nation Engineer. 2 and a black. Raid. At the beginning of your end step, if you attacked this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on another target creature or vehicle you control. Okay, so like... Oh, wait. Would you get that raid trigger every turn? Or just when it comes out? Based on the fact that I don't know, I'm going to give it like a 4. Because a 3 for 2/3. Fire Navy Trebuchet. I love a good trebuchet. What does the boulder look like? I want to know. Oh, damn. That's scary. All right. 2 and a black. Defender Reach. Whenever you attack, create a 2/1 colorless construct artifact creature token with flying named Ballistic Boulder that's tapped and attacking. Sack that token at the beginning of your next end step. Honestly, this kind of slaps. This slaps. So we are definitely giving this like a 5. Foggy Swamp Hunters. 3 and a black. As long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn, this creature has lifelink and menace. Damn, lifelink and menace? And it's 3/4? Wow. So this one definitely goes to your Demir draw 2. Draw, I guess, really. This is actually pretty good. I'm going to give it like a 3. Foggy Swamp Visions. 1 and 2 black. As an additional cost, cast a spell, Waterbend X. Exile X target creature cards from graveyards. For each creature card exile this way, create a token that's a copy of it. Ooh, and it doesn't say from your graveyard, it just says from graveyards. Beginning of your next end step, sack those tokens. Wow. Honestly, that's pretty damn good. Because you can just get a whole lot of triggers and a whole lot of stuff and then just say, ha ha ha, I'm blowing. I'm going to give this like a 5, I think. I'm going to give it like a 7. God, that one's also cool too. I'm going to give it like a 7 actually. Heartless Act. Ugh. My poor boy Apple. 1 and a black. Choose one. Instant. Destroy target creature with no counters on it, or remove up to 3 counters from target creature. Okay. So, like, you could very much take counters off of something. Or destroy a creature that doesn't have counters on it. That's pretty cool. I won't lie. That's pretty cool. I'm going to give that like a 5. Hog Monkey. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it gains menace until end of turn. Then you can exhaust and put for 5 and put 2 +1/+1 counters on the creature. Oh, so you can give it menace. Okay. Okay. I don't know how I feel about this one. I mean, it gives other things menace. Like, it doesn't have, it's not going to have a +1/+1 on it. I would give it like a 2. It's not awesome. Oh, next page already. Wow, I kind of killed this one, y'all. Alright. I can't remember if this is Jew or Joe, but we're going to give Jew D. I think that's what it's supposed to be. 1 of many. 1 and a black. Pay a black and tap. Surveil 1. And then you'll create a token that's a copy of this creature and sack an artifact or creature. Activate only as a sorcery. Okay, so wait. You surveil 1. And then you create a token that's a copy of it. And then sack an artifact or creature. And then activate only as a sorcery. The 2/2. This isn't bad. I'm going to give it like a 3. That's really funny. Alright, June Bounty Hunter. 1 and a black. June can't be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 or more cards this turn. So obviously this goes in the Demir deck. 1, sack another creature, create a clue. Okay. So if you need to, you can sack something small and get a clue token. Oh, but you can only activate it during your turn. That's weird. I don't like that as much. That's a pretty cool thing, though. She can be blocked as long as you've drawn 2 cards. But she's a 2/2. Honestly, this is pretty good value. I'm going to give this like a 5. 4.5. Ko, the Face Stealer. 4 and 2 black. When Ko enters, exile up to 1 other target creature. Okay, so something's already getting exiled. Whenever another non-token creature dies, I can exile it. Oh, so if you kill something or if anything dies, I can just exile it. Wow. You can pay 1 life and choose a creature card exiled with Ko. And then Ko has all activated and triggered abilities of the last chosen card. So, like, if you were to choose something that gave something haste and then flying and lifelink or something like that, then you would just, Ko would have flying, lifelink, and haste and all those good things. This is going to go kind of crazy. This is going to go pretty crazy because you can just exile whatever non-token creature dies. It's not yours. It's literally just, if one dies, you can exile it. Wow. This is like a 9. This is going to be crazy. Maybe like an 8. But still, it's going to go crazy. Lo and Lee, twin tutors. 4 and a black. When Lo and Lee enter, search your library for a lesson or noble card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and then shuffle. Noble creatures you control and lesson spells you control have lifelink. Huh. So lesson spells you control have lifelink? Are there any lessons that are creatures? Maybe. Maybe there are, and I just don't know. But that's really interesting because it makes them have... So you search your library for a lesser noble, reveal it, put it in your hand, and shuffle. And then they have lifelink. I'm going to give it like a 3. It's 5 mana, 2/2, with something that you can maybe get a little good out of. Maybe. My Scornful Striker. First strike, whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. Oh, so if you want to cast anything that's not a creature, you gonna die. Okay, well that's pretty damn good. We're gonna give that a 7. That's kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Alright, Merchant of Many Hats. 1 and a black. Pay 2 and a black. Return this card from your graveyard to your hand. This feels like a reassembling skeleton. But I don't remember how much reassembling skeleton costs return from the graveyard. But this definitely is just like a reassembling skeleton. This is pretty cool. I'm going to give this one like a 3. It's pretty good. You get it back. You might need to. Here's that shrine. I'm telling you, there's probably only one per color. Alright, a black. And when it enters, each opponent loses X life, you gain X life, or X is the number of shrines you control. Whenever another shrine you control enters, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Okay. I like it. Honestly, the shrines are pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. The shrines are pretty freaking cool. So we're gonna give this like a 4.5. Alright, Obsessive Pursuit. Oh my god, there's so much to read on this one. 1 and a black. When this tournament enters, and at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and create a clue. Okay, so every upkeep, you lose a life, gain a clue. But then when you attack, you put +1/+1 counters on target attacking creature, where X is the number of sacrificed permanents. This turn, if X is 3 or greater, that creature gains lifelink. Interesting. So you lose a life and create a clue. And then you want to sack probably like at least 1 or 2, if not 3 permanents before combat and attacking. And then you can get lifelink and at least 3 +1/+1 counters. Okay, interesting. I'm giving that like... That seems like a lot. That seems like you'd have to do a lot of sacrificing, and I just don't know how much sacrificing and permanence you're going to be doing. I mean, unless you've got like some tokens, like treasure tokens, clue tokens, stuff like that. I'm going to give it probably a 6. Ozai's Cruelty. It's just 2 and a black, and it deals 2 damage to target player. That player discards 2 cards. Oh, and they discard 2 cards? That just feels rude. But that makes sense for who it is. So I'm going to give this like a 4. I think this is pretty worth the 3 mana because you deal 2 damage to a player, just a face, and then that player discards 2 cards. Alright, Phoenix Fleet Airship. And this one is 2/2 black, flying. At the beginning of your end step, if you sacked a permanent this turn, create a token that's a copy of the vehicle. As long as you control 8 or more permanents, name Phoenix Fleet Airship, then it becomes an artifact creature. So once you have 8 of them, basically, as long as you're sacking every turn, after 8 turns, you will have the fleet, and you won't have to crew. They'll just all be artifact creatures. But the crew isn't bad either, and it's a 4/4. Honestly, I'm going to give this a... Yeah, this is getting like a 7. This is still pretty... 6, 6.5. Pirate Peddlers. 2 and a blue. Death Touch. Whenever you sack another permanent, put a +1/+1 on this creature. That's not bad to have a 2/2 Death Touch. Just to say, hey, don't swing into me, I'll kill you. I mean, you'll kill my creature, but I'll kill yours. That's not bad. I'm going to give it like a 2, 3. I'll give it a 3. Raven Eagle. 2 and a black, flying. Whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile to 1 target card from a graveyard. If a creature card is exiled this way, create a clue. Okay, so when it enters or attacks, exile something from a graveyard. If it's a creature card that got exiled, you create a clue. Whenever you draw your second card, each opponent loses 1 life, you gain 1 life. Okay. That's not terrible. We're going to give that for 3 mana. We're going to go ahead and give that bad boy a 7.5. Ruinous Waterbending. 1 and 2 black. As an additional cost to cast a spell, you may waterbend 4. All creatures get -2/-2 until the turn, but if you pay the additional cost, whenever a creature dies this turn, you gain 1 life. So you can just destroy someone's really small board and just gain a bunch of life if you pay the extra. That's not bad. I'm going to give it like a 5. Sold Out. 3 and a black. Instant, exile target creature. If it was dealt damage this turn, create a clue token. So it's an instant. Exile target creature. If it was dealt damage this turn, create a clue token. So you would really want to play this after you've already attacked or after something's already taken something, and then exile it because you want that clue token, or else it's just a 4 mana exile, and I don't love that. I'm giving this like a 1.5. Swamp Snare Trap. Oh, my poor boy. All right. 2 and a black. This spell costs enchantment. The spell costs 1 less to cast if it targets a creature with flying. Enchanted creature is -5/-3. This feels like it's very much going after Appa. So, yeah. Anyways, don't know how to feel about that. But anyways, so it costs 1 less to cast if it targets a creature with flying. So really, while you're targeting a creature with flying, it's going to become a 1 and a black. And you get -5/-3, which will either kill it or will severely wound it. I'm going to give it a 2. Fire Nation Trail. I remember this. 2 and 2 black. Legendary artifact vehicle. Trample. When the Fire Nation Drill enters, you may tap it. When you do, destroy target permanent with target creature with power 4 or less. Oh, okay. So you just get to like destroy things with it when it enters. Well, a thing with it. And then you can pay 1, and permanents your opponents control lose hexproof and indestructible on a turn. Wow. So you can just turn that off. And it's crew too. And it's a 6/3. Yep, this is a 9. This is a 9. The Rise of Sojin. I don't remember how to say his name. Alright, destroy all creatures. First off, just board wipe. 6 mana, board wipe. Choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them, then shuffle that player. Then that player shuffles. There's something like this right now in Standard. I don't remember what it is. Where you can go just get things and just out. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you don't get that no more. Bye-bye. That one looks really cool, too. Do y'all see that? Anyways. Then you can exile the saga, return to the battlefield, transformed under your control. It looks like this. I can't get it to come over far enough. Sorry, guys. Anyway, so Menace Firebending 3. Whenever Firelord Shojin deals combat damage to a player, you may pay X. When you do, put any number of target creature cards with total mana value X or less from that player's graveyard on the battlefield. Oh, you're just stealing shit. Oh, you're just stealing shit left and right. That's crazy. Tundra Tank. 2 and a black. Firebending 1. When this vehicle enters, target creature you control gains indestructible to end a turn. Crew 1. Tap. I don't know why I said tap. So it's 2 and a black. Firebending 1. When it enters, so the first thing that's going to happen with it is the creature you control gains indestructible. Love that. We love a good indestructible. But this isn't a flash. Like, you'd have to do it before combat or before blockers. Or, well, not before blockers because it's an artifact, so before combat. Whoa, y'all. I'm sleepy. Okay, let's power through. But it's a 4/4 and you only got a crit for 1. That's honestly really not bad. I like that a lot. I think that one's I need a 5. Wolfbat, 2 and a black. Flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, you may pay black. If you do, return this from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Huh. It's a 2/2. So basically, if this somehow dies to something else that's flying or to like a kill spell, you can pay a black the next time you draw your second card and bring it back. And just have it again. I actually really like that. I'm going to give that a 4. Oh, last card. Zuko's Conviction. 2. Why did I say 2? Woo, Zuko's Conviction. A black. Instant. Kicker. 4. You may pay an additional 4 as you cast a spell. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. If it was kicked, put that card on the battlefield tap. Nice. You just don't have to pay the mana cost. As long as it's a 4 or more spell. Like, as long as it's more than 4 mana spell, I would just kick it. If you got just kick it. Because then you just get a free card. But it's just free. It's not free, but, like, it's cheaper. Honestly, that's getting, like, a 4.5. But honestly, y'all, these were not... There's not as many, I feel like, rares or standout mythics in black. I think it's more like the supporting color, and I think that's really just because it doesn't have a lot to do with, like, it's not, you know, I'm probably lying about the mythics and the rares, clearly. But it just doesn't have, like, it's not the color of firebending. It's not the main color of waterbending, earthbending, airbending, you know what I mean? So I think that this one's also just a little weaker, and that's why I think I was able to get through it faster, was because it's just a little weaker. It's more the supporting character. It's not the main show. So it's like, okay, cool. We got some things, but nothing like big. Like, we don't got a Kataras, Aangs, Sokkas. You know, like, we don't have anything like big here in our face. Just a lot of commons and uncommons, I felt like. But honestly, I'm excited. I'm really, really excited for this set, and I hope y'all are too. But anyways, that's going to close out our black for us. I'm going to leave it on, I don't know, this was kind of funny. I like the wheel of, like, death behind him. But anyways, this was fun. I love doing these, and I love seeing Nathaniel do these. He's going to do our last 2, because I am videoed out. I have a trouble processing what cards to do anyway, and this has been now almost 3 hours of me processing what cards to do, and that's a lot of hours of me processing what cards to do. So, Nathaniel will record our last 2, but I do hope you enjoyed having me share some of this with you. I hope that you stick around, see the last parts of our series, and I hope that y'all go to pre-release, and if you don't, I hope that you do whatever you love with Magic, and I hope that, you know, we all don't spend too much money on this, and we play on Arena, because it's free. But anyways, that's all we really have for you guys, and we hope that you guys enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share. All of it is greatly appreciated, and may those rules be ever in your favor, and until next time, may the rules be ever in your favor. No. Until then, may the rules be ever in your favor, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye, y'all.